Hello everybody, Food here. I'm here to introduce you to Illustrator Jones's new video. Unfortunately, it's not very good, it's just like all the rest, a load of garbage. But nevertheless, he asked me, if you like the video, would you please subscribe and leave a like? And if you like it a lot, would you join him on Patreon and become a patron? He reckons by becoming a patron, you'll get access to special content and be able to watch these videos before anybody else. Who'd want to do that? Moronic toad. Leave a like, subscribe, you know how it goes. I've said it so many times. It's a wonder, honestly. It's boring now, isn't it really, listening to me go on and on and on about something I have absolutely no faith in. Enjoy the video, everybody.
Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to Illustrator Jones. Ooh, isn't it exciting? It's not really. Honestly, he does go on, doesn't he? Anyway, yes, Michael Howe and Duck on Meth, my patrons, have joined me on Patreon and supporting me, so thank you ever so much. And this is especially for Michael Howe, because he asked if I could draw a astronaut being chased by a dirty big monster on the moon, or a moon-like planet. Doesn't necessarily have to be the moon. It could be any dirty big rock in space. But I just call it the moon. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing. I'm drawing Seamus Gumshoe. And now if you've seen the other videos I've done, you'll know who Seamus Gumshoe is. And yeah, he's legging it for his life. And this is the pencil. Hey? No! Fur! Oh, no! Fur! Stop it! Fur! Come on! Oh no! Oh, that's disgusting, Fur. What are you like? Oh, that's gotta hurt, surely. Good heavens above. Should have cut that out. Oh, disgusting little thing. It stinks in here now. He's back now, drawing again. Once again, talking about myself in the third person. Oh, you think there is something definitely wrong with my brain. Cannot comprehend that I'm not watching somebody else. It does feel like that. It does feel like when I'm watching this, I am watching somebody else draw. Because I'm thinking to myself, well, I can't do that. Full of confidence, me. Full of confidence. Anyway. Yes, I even get intimidated by my own drawing. What a billock. Yeah, so here's the big creature now. If you've noticed, big circle to start with, that's going to be its head, and then a funny shape stuck to it, that's his body, and then a couple of tubes stuck together for his legs. And then now I'm just making it up as I go. So I didn't really have an idea what shape I wanted. I just stuck a circle down, very much like the scribble sketch. Although, you know, it's not so random as a scribble sketch. There is a slight idea in my head of what I want to put down on the paper. And I say a slight idea, I've been thinking about it in the night. Because this is for one of my patrons. He's kindly joined me on Patreon, and he's actually paying money to watch me draw. So I've got to do this drawing for him. And Michael Howe. Anyway, yeah, so this is the monster chasing poor old Seamus Gumshoe on the moon, or a moon-like planet. Now there's his hand, look, see, can you see that? It's a circle with circles on it. Simple, isn't it? But it has to be for me to draw, because I'm no good. See, so there's the fingers, a bit like sausages. There you go. Big hand, big fingernails. And just an arm. I'll rub that out because I didn't like the shoulder being that high. And I have to, for some reason, put a pair of Y-fronts on the alien. Now, you may be asking, Chris, why are you putting pants on an alien in space? Does he need pants? No, he doesn't need pants, but it makes me laugh every time I do it. And you'll see later on how far I go with those pants. It is. My wife looks at them and goes, "Oh dear me, what are you doing now?" Yes, it's a bit worrying that I keep on getting this reaction from most people that know me. It's a kind of semi-embarrassed reaction, and just completely and utterly ashamed. But I'm not stopping. Oh no, I'm not stopping. I'm going on and on and on. I'm going to carry on drawing. Nobody's going to stop me doing that because it's too much fun. So yeah, don't let anybody stop you. And practice, practice, practice. Just keep on drawing. Don't give up. You know, I remember when I was a kid and I started... Well, I didn't start. I was always drawing when I was a kid. But, you know, I used to look at... I used to watch Danger Mouse. I used to love Danger Mouse. And I'd look at the cartoons and I'd copy them. I'd try to copy some of the... Not necessarily Danger Mouse and Penfold, but the creatures that they came up against. I used to love the way they were drawn. Now here, I drew him a dirty big gun. Massive thing. Massive pistol. Huge. Dirty big magnum thingy pistol. And I wasn't sure about that. You'll see later what happens. There's his little ship. Floating in space. And this is his landing craft now. Yeah. It was a bit simple, those landing craft. Well, so was the ship, really. Yeah. Shame as gumshoe. As if you didn't know already, I've written it on the page. Ah, inking already? Wow. We are confident, aren't we, Chris? No, as I'm drawing this, I'm thinking, this is no good. I don't like this. So have you noticed I'm changing the shape of his teeth? I'm changing the size of his teeth as I'm inking up. Because they looked a bit too uniform, so I started altering the size of the teeth. This is all his gore hanging from his tongue. See? Different size teeth. Just makes it look a bit more interesting. Stops it looking boring. I don't suppose you could call it boring, could you, at least? That's one good thing about it. Anyway. Here we go. Lots of inking now. Nice thick lines around his chin. Because that's, you know, it needs a thick line there just to show how heavy his head is. More teeth. Little tummy. Got to have a little tummy. Lots of little teeth in the back of his mouth, not just at the front. Drips of gore. Oh, shading. Shading now. Yeah, there's a... I kind of got lost with that mouth a little bit. It was meant to be open, but I ended up enclosing the teeth inside, and you'll notice I'll go back in a minute going, oh yeah, I've enclosed them, haven't I? So, putting gnarly fingers and fingernails on now. I quite like all the split ends on his fingernails. As if he's been clawing the moon rocks. Here comes his underpants. Big hefty pair of underpants. Big huge tootsies. I do like this part of the drawing, but then again I like adding all the detail as well. Gave him a tail. See, I moved the tail down a little bit so that it doesn't clash with his arm. Because his arm, if you notice the drawing, the tail is behind the arm. So I dropped it a bit so that it doesn't mess with it, kind of thing, or get in the way. A bit of shading under his tootsies. Now, to this kind of level, I can use the paint, the brush pen. But I was seriously thinking I'm not going to be able to draw Seamus with the brush pen because he's a bit smaller. But I can't remember what I did now. Did I draw it with a brush pen? I only did it yesterday. It's got a memory like a sieve. Yeah. I hope this is recording, because last time I did a recording, Blinking didn't record, did it? No. It was all half hour. Oh no, he is doing it with a brush pen, look. Oh. He's getting brave in his old age, isn't he? Hello, never. Yeah, you've got to be really, using the very, very tip of the brush so that you don't get a too thick a line. That takes practice. That's just because I've been doing it for years, I suppose. But, it's not a skill. It's just practice. That's all it is. Yeah, I do like this character. I like putting him in all sorts of dangerous and weird and unusual situations, usually with monsters or something horrible chasing him. Yeah. So if you like the video, please subscribe and leave a like, and if you want to support me doing this kind of drawing and you enjoy watching it, please feel free to join me on Patreon and become a patron, and that would be lovely. And yeah, you get a chance to have sent to you digital signed copies of art. Also competitions to you can decide what you want to see drawn by me. So yeah, it's all good fun. And also we're going to do some discussions on Discord as well, but I got to get my son to help me do that because I'm useless at that kind of thing. But there we go. This is changed it from a gun. I didn't like the gun. It looked a bit, I don't know, it just kind of looked out of place. Why would you have a gun? It's a camera. You see, and if you go and take a picture of somebody in their underpants with a camera, you can get arrested. Or you can get beaten up by a very angry person going, "Why are you taking pictures of me in my underpants? You weirdo!" Yeah, so don't do that, okay? That's not a good idea. You get hurt. Yeah. That was the idea behind it, as a camera instead. Not that he's taking the picture because he's in his underpants, it's because he's an alien. That's why. Nothing to do with the fact that he's wearing Y-fronts. Why are they? I just think it's really funny that they're wearing Y-fronts, the ugliest of all pants. Oh dear. Now you see these little arrows on the page? I've drawn little arrows. That's to tell me where the light's coming from, to remind me, because I have a tendency to forget and end up doing weird lighting effects that don't work. So that's there to tell me, right, all over on the right hand side is in shade, or it's getting darker, and on what's coming from the left is the sunlight, or wherever the light's coming from. And yeah, it's just a little reminder telling me, don't mess it up, Chris. That's basically what it's there for. Now, I always panic drawing these little the meteor impacts, aren't they, on the moon? And they're not easy to draw. Well, I've never found them easy to draw. I've always got confused where the light comes from and how to draw it so it looks like a hollow, but with a little wall around the outside of it. So, kind of got it, I think. Kind of. Now, I've got to apologise. Oh, look, there's a spaceship. See how rounded the nose of the spaceship made it look a little bit more like a shuttle. Yeah, put the 3 windows in, make it look a bit more like a NASA shuttle. But that, I have no idea what that is. I forgot. Oh yeah, I've got to apologise for the fact that the video is quite long. I think it's about 30 odd minutes. The reason is I put a lot of work into this, a huge amount of work into this drawing, more so than I normally do. It's not. It is a sketch, but I kind of went to town a little bit on it. It's because my patron asked me to draw a spaceman running from a space monster. So I wanted to, I wanted to give of my best kind of thing, I don't want to disappoint. Don't want to let them down, So yeah, that's why I'm... Now, there's a lot of cross-hatching in this. I go mad with the cross-hatching in this one. Absolutely bonkers. Yeah, you watch. Tons and tons of cross-hatching. That's what takes the time. That's really what takes the time. What I should have done is not put the cross-hatching in and done it all with colour, the shading. That's what I normally do on the other videos I've done. But this one, no. This had to be a little bit more special today. I will be getting back to the scribble sketching if you prefer that side of my work. Hopefully. Oh dear. Yeah. It's a lot of work. This the cross hatching. Plus, you really got to think about where it's going, because basically you're drawing shadow with lines. And you can mess it up very easily. Well, I can mess it up very easily. You're probably absolutely brilliant at it, It's just me. I find everything hard and difficult. Taxes my little brain, honestly. It's only small. It breaks very easily, my head. Yeah, put loads and loads of it in now. At the end of it, I was really happy with the drawing. I was quite happy with it, and I thought, yeah, that's all right. I hope you all like it. I really do. It's very funny. See, I think they'd seen my sketchbook tour, and I've done a couple of these with spacemen running away from a big monster on the moon, and I've done one of Adam Savage running away. I don't know why I drew Adam Savage running away from a monster. Oh, it was to boldly go where no savage has gone before. I just thought it was a funny line, so I had to draw it. So it's in one of my sketchbook tours. I can't remember which one now. There's 1 and 2. But I think that's where they got the idea from. Yeah, putting the thick black line around the outside of it. This is all Bill making stuff, this. He's the one who put me onto that. Put a big, thick black line. Don't know why, but it works. It really does work. Problem is, as I'm drawing this, I'm thinking, oh, I've got to add all the colour to this now, work out what colours to use. It's not easy, especially when you're on camera. It really does add a considerable amount of pressure. Why do you do this to yourself, Chris? Why? Because I's mad. I's bonkers. Totally mad. Anyway. Yeah. Lots more cross-hatching. Making that foot darker now, just to make it look like it's underneath. Maybe I should have made it darker underneath Seamus's foot, to be honest, because that's a bit bright, that. But anyway, little stones now, little bits of detail. Gone to a fine pen now, I think. Well, I don't know, what is it, a 0.1, 0.5 maybe, I don't know. No, it's not actually, it's got to be a 0.2. I haven't got, no, it's probably a 0.2. Anyway, is that the end of the inking? I think it is. It is. Now this is a printout. This is a printout. I don't print the original. Don't colour the original. So using a big grey marker now to fill in the moon, and then I will go progressively darker, as you can see in the little samples I put in. Yeah. Just darker grey now. I've used a cool grey, if that's of any interest to you. Because I've got several different types of grey. Warm greys, cool greys. I don't know what the other greys are. I think it's just the two, basically. This is a cool grey because I want it to not be too prominent. I want it to look like it's behind them all, you know, so it drops back a little bit. Yeah, there you go. I do add a little bit of purple later, just in the foreground, to warm it up very slightly, but with a, you know, not with a red or anything, but just with a bit of purple. Make it look less flat, if you know what I mean. And later on, I even use the computer. You'll see that. You'll see to add the background, because he's got to be in space, isn't he? It's not. He's not. Oh, here we go. Look. Now I was doing this. I was putting the red down. I was going, oh, this is terrible. Oh, what am I doing? And this is a serious thought that went through my head. I'm gonna have to bin this and start again. Because it does look like he's wearing pyjamas. It looks like he's wearing a pair of pyjamas. So I went for this brown to go in between on the white bits. So here we go. Look. How does that look together? Does that look alright? It looks alright. He does look a little bit like a circus tent. But it does work by the end. I don't do it all like that. If I'd have done the shoulder pads and everything like that, I don't know why. Is it the Russian suits that were brown and reddish? I think that's where I've got the idea from. You know, the Russian cosmonauts. Yuri Gagarin, wasn't it? He was the first cosmonaut in space. Ooh, a little bit of history there for you. Yeah. So yeah, I've gone with this brown now. All the leather bits, and I will use some darker browns. Adding yellow touches, just little touches here and there. What it is, I want him to, you know, to stand out. That's why I've added the red. If I didn't put the red in, he wouldn't stand out so well. The eye is drawn for some reason. It's a weird thing, but when you see a picture, if there's a little dot of red in it somewhere, your eye is automatically drawn to that spot, which is incredible, really. So if you use red in the bit you want people to concentrate on, it works. There we go, the darker brown now. Doing all these belt straps and all his paraphernalia in the brown. And I think it has... Oh, even darker brown. I'm not convinced this is working, see, as I'm going through this. So if you're doubting yourself as you're drawing, don't worry, I do exactly the same. Even now, at 53 years of age, and I've been doing it for, what was it, 22 years? Oh, if you saw the drawings I started out with, oh dear, they're horrendous. Saying that though, I did find in the loft a few weeks ago my old college work. It wasn't too bad. Some of it was really neat. It was like, oh wow, well, you know, I can't believe I actually drew that. I was going to throw it on the fire. I was going to throw it on the bonfire. My wife said, no, don't do that. Have a look through it first and see if there's anything you want to keep. I thought, oh, all right then. I ended up keeping it all. Isn't that strange, eh? I ended up keeping everything. Yeah, it was all right. It hasn't improved much. Oh dear. But yeah. Now then. Now for the monster, I think, is it? It's got to be. Oh yeah, there we go. I'm going for a blue. I didn't want to go for another green monster because I did. The last one I did was a green one. So I've gone for a bluey colour. Plus, I thought to myself, if he's, you know, he's in space with no oxygen. I don't know how he's actually surviving, but he is. He's not going to be too warm and cuddly, is he? He's going to be a bit cold and chilly. Yes. So I've gone for a blue. Oh, there's the arrows. Look, I put them back because I forget, you see, where the light's coming from. So just to remind me, Mr. Forgetful here. I had a meeting today with a company of an art company. Anyway, it was at 2 o'clock and I completely forgot. And I thought, oh no. So at about 20 past 2, I logged on and I thought, I'm going to have to explain myself now. So we're going through all these little things you're going to say, why you're late and why, you know, yeah, my granny died. Yeah, my dog fell down a well. That was about the only two I could come up with, to be honest. Anyway, I got on there and it had been cancelled. It's put off till further on in the month. So, whew, got away with that. Oh dear. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. You had a brain, you'd be deadly. Arr, says the monster. Big ugly thing, isn't he? Hey, lots and lots of eyes. I can't draw monsters with only 2 eyes anymore because it just doesn't work for me now. I much prefer all the you know, the multi-eyed monster. He's coming to get you. Yes, I hope this doesn't scare anybody. But you know, little ones. Oh look, he's adding the purple. Yeah, he's adding the purple. It's just to warm the foreground up a little bit. That's all it was. Just to, you know, as it drops further back then, it loses colour so that it looks like it's in the distance. That was the whole idea of that. Of course, later on, once it's all coloured in, I will be going back in with the Posca white so that I can add, you know, glimmers of light and shiny slime and stuff. Now, adding the gore, as usual. Have to add gore. Yeah. What he's been eating, I've no idea. He might have bit his tongue. There we go. Nice big pink tongue. This is all, yeah, I didn't want to do the eyelids and everything the same blue because I thought that'd be boring. So I went for the pink instead. Just to vary the colours a bit. Yeah, making it look like it's inside his mouth, the dark tongue. Yeah, a little bit of darker red now just to highlight everything. Well, it's not highlighting, is it? It's darkening. And of course the green eyes. I like the green eyes. And the horrible yellow teeth. Remember kids, brush your teeth. Don't forget to brush your teeth. Why do I tell you that every week? Stupid idiot. Oh dear. Oh dear. I despair at my lunacy. I really do. Oh, I tell you what I watched the other day was Bill making stuff, doing some quick drawings on his YouTube site. His YouTube channel, sorry. And he does these quick drawings on the computer of his characters they're really nice. They're only, you know, they're not too long. Well worth a watch. Apologies for the glaring sun. I didn't realise I had the blinds open. And the sun came out, which it hasn't done for weeks and weeks and weeks. And of course it glares off the blinking paper, doesn't it? So forgive me for that, please. I am sorry. It does darken later on. Well, the sun goes in, basically. As it always does. Yeah, I didn't realise it was so bright outside. Yeah, add in a bit of pink. I think I've shown you this before. To the blue, just to make it look like a little bit fleshy. You know, I don't want it completely blue. I like to look as if, you know, there's some pink skin there as well underneath all the blue skin. Make it look slightly translucent. Is that the right word? I hope so. His pants have to be that colour blue. Why, I don't know. And I've got I'm so sorry. That tickles me every time I do that. Got wee wee stain in his pants. I do apologise. So my screen went off. Why is he going back to that? Oh, here we go. We're still recording, are we? I'd just like to apologise for my childish behaviour with my wee wee stain in my alien's pants. I can't help it. It's funny. It's funny. Well, hopefully it'll make you laugh. I can just imagine my wife and kids just looking at me, shaking their heads in disgust and dismay and total embarrassment. Which is why I do it, of course. No, it's not. It's just makes me laugh, that's all. Yeah. You know, it's not saying anything about my personal hygiene, state of hygiene. It's, you know, it's just funny. Yeah, trying to figure out what colour to put on the back of his spike, so I used the purple. Yeah, it looks alright. It's a bit different, a bit of a contrast. Could have used dark blue, but yeah, quite like that one. Is the sun still coming, beaming through my blinds? Anyway, very funny, very, very funny. You might not think so. Kids might think it's funny. There was somebody looking through my sketchbook a while ago now, and she's got young kids, but they're not young. They're working kind of thing, but they're teenagers. Anyway, and she was looking through. She turned to me and said, "It's a bit scary, isn't it?" Scary. No, it's a bit stupid. It's not scary. Well, I hope it's not scary. Kids looking at this going, "Mummy, Mummy, man's drawing a horrible monster. Take it away." If I scare anybody, it is totally unintentional, I promise. And I'll try my best not to do it again. Oh, dearie, dearie me. What's going on? What's the world coming to? Oh, I tell you what I did want to say was a big thank you to all those that have, what's the word? Oh, subscribed. Have subscribed to my channel. It's very, very kind of you. I'm very grateful. It's lovely to see, the numbers slowly rising. My daughter thinks it's wonderful. I kind of think, oh, I'm never happy, am I? Never happy. But yeah, I'm very grateful. I've got to admit, I'm very grateful. Thank you ever so much for watching all this stuff. And taking the time to sit there and watch it. But I tell you, on YouTube, I've only discovered YouTube, I don't know how long ago. As in, to watch on a regular basis. I watch it all the time. I don't watch any TV now. I watch all my movies on there. I watch lots of like Bill Making Stuff and Dan Does, and North of the Border, Nerd Forge. I watch them every time they put a video out. So I think they're brilliant. They shoot me down to the ground, that kind of TV. See, when I was a kid on telly, if anybody came up and started drawing, or, Alwyn Crawshaw came on and started painting, I'd be glued to the telly. Well, of course, you didn't get much of that at all. So nowadays, to get on there and see all sorts of people drawing and showing you how to do things, I think it's fantastic. This is not fantastic. This is just a load of rubbish. You're very kind watching it anyway. But I do enjoy drawing like this, and I hope that it encourages adults and kids to grab a piece of paper, pencil, pen, and have a go at drawing. And it doesn't have to be anything. I want you to draw this bowl of fruit. And capture the essence of the bowl of fruit. A lot of people like doing that kind of thing, and it's fine. It doesn't, I'm not against still life and all that, but this makes me laugh, and it's fun to me. This is, and a lot of people find trying to, draw a ball of fruit exciting. Oh no, what have I done? I'll get loads of people commenting now. Well, maybe I will, because nobody comments at the moment. Maybe that's a good thing. So I'm adding all the spittle in his mouth, look. That was a moment of inspiration, that was. All the gob in his mouth. Oh, do you know what I could have done? I could have put white drool, couldn't I? Anyway, highlights on the crater impact craters. Make those stand out a touch more. Or lit, anyway. Some stones. Now we're coming to the end of the actual drawing section, but what I wanted to do was to put a background in, but I didn't want to paint the background. The reason being, it's tedious. It's colouring in the background. So I scanned it in, and here we go. I'll show you it's scanned in now. Any minute now. And now. Aha! Hey! There it is, all scanned in. So I'm rubbing out all my coloured bits at the bottom, tidying it up, little black spots and things on the page. Cut out the background. Save it. Save it. Don't forget to save it. Resize it. Make it a little bit bigger. And then drop in a blue background, look. Vary the colour, because it's not black. Space isn't black. It's when we look from Earth into space, it's like a bluey colour. I lost a bit around his helmet for some reason. Oh, I know what it was. I selected the white, didn't I? And it deleted the white around his helmet, which was a bit silly. So I'm adding that back in now. I'm using a Huion drawing tablet. Huion, you spell it Huion. Now, I used to use a Wacom tablet, and they are pegging expensive. They are so expensive, and they're glitchy. I had a problem with my one for years, with drivers and all that business. Oh look, add in some stars now. So the Huion tablet is really cheap in comparison. I've got an A3 one. Nowadays everybody wants to draw on a screen, don't they? But I still like drawing on the tablet. So put my signature in. Yeah, good tablet. Not bad at all. Nice sensitivity on the pen. It's not as fussy as the Wacom one. Yeah, I like to frame it. Make it look like a postcard. Thanks everybody for watching. You're very kind. Please come again. Leave a like if you like the video. Bye!
Illustrator Jones just wanted to say a huge thank you to Duckham Mayeth and Michael Howe for becoming our latest Patreon members. If you would like your name called out and shown on the screen and receive access to other members-only content, please join Illustrator Jones on Patreon. We thank you for your kind support.